What's up, everybody? Brian Inskip here with Surf Homes NC, back again with my toes in the sand to fill you in on what's going up, what's going down, and where things are at in the Oak Island real estate market. Now, I do these updates every single month, so if you want to keep track of what's happening here in the Oak Island real estate market, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you get notified when the next update comes out, as well as all the other cool videos that we put out there as we explore and share all things coastal North Carolina real estate and lifestyle. Today, we're here out by the Ocean Crest Pier, located centrally on the island. It's a great spot. They just did a remodel, so it's a cool spot to chill, get a bite to eat, grab a beverage, and be sure to watch to the end of this video, because at the very end, I'm also going to share with you my top 3 property picks for homes for sale right now on Oak Island and what I love about them. So make sure you stay till the end. This is your April 2024 Oak Island real estate market update. So let's dive into these numbers. To start it off, let's look at home sale pricing on Oak Island. So year over year, homes on Oak Island are selling on average 1.7% higher than they were a year ago. We saw a pretty good gain month over month, with the average sales price increasing 2.3%. Currently, we're sitting at an average sales price on Oak Island of $629,828. The big news there is that is the highest that average sales price has ever been on the island. So we did take a little bit of a dip towards the end of last year, but we've stayed historically high, and now we've hit a new high for the month of April in 2024. A quick note on that, what does that actually look like in home sales pricing? Well, the month over month increase in the average sales price was $13,993. So if you're a buyer looking on Oak Island, when you're seeing those kind of monthly increases in pricing, that's directly affecting your down payments and your monthly payments if you're financing the property. So anybody that's in that waiting category, right now we're showing increases in the average sales prices on Oak Island, not decreases, and we're starting to climb out of that flat line that we saw a little bit last year. So keep your eye on that. If you're playing the waiting game, that may not be your best solution, even if you're waiting for a lower interest rate. Next up, let's look at the average sales price per square foot of properties on Oak Island. So year over year, we've seen a 2% gain through the month of March. Month over month, just a 0.8% gain. So we went from an average of $415 to $418 is the current average price per square foot for property selling on Oak Island. Quick story on this one, I just closed on a listing of mine at 1321 West Beach. It was a property that had a total renovation overhaul. The owners did a fantastic job with it, but we were actually able to set a new record high sales price for West Beach on Oak Island, with that property selling at over $1,000 per square foot. So when you compare that to the average of the island of $418 per square foot, or even with other oceanfront properties, we were able to achieve a price that hasn't been achieved on West Beach. And that comes into having that total market package, getting the right agent, getting the right marketing, doing the right research in the market. And when we're seeing record sales prices, that's something that you want to tune into, whether you're a buyer or a seller. This is all information that you can apply to make an informed decisions. Next up, we've got the average listing price to sales price, and to get this figure, we're looking at the last price that a property was listed for. So if it came on the market, reduced price, this figure is based off the last listing price before a property goes under contract and sells. Right now, we're sitting at 97.5% asking price to final sales price on properties. That's a 0.3% decrease over a year ago. And month over month, also just a 0.1% decrease. So that is holding pretty steady. So sellers are negotiating a little more than they have over the last couple years, but less than they did mid-year in 2023. All right, next up, we want to look at inventory on the island. So the number of homes for sale currently on the island is actually down 24.2% over a year ago. So that's a lot fewer homes that are for sale than looking at a year ago. And we are danger close to the mid 2022 levels of homes for sale that we saw. So that inventory is getting very, very low. We'll look at some other stats and how it's impacting that, but we are very close to those 2022 levels of inventory. There is a little less demand out there in the market, as we'll see in these other stats, but overall, that is showing very low inventory. The month supply of homes for sale on the island increased 18.5% year over year and 6.3% month over month. Currently, we're sitting at 3.2 months supply worth of homes for sale. So if nothing new came on the market, it would take us 3.2 months to sell out. That's still, by most standards, considered to be a seller's market, but we are teetering. We're seeing slight increases. Right now, we're at the beginning of spring, so I would actually expect that number to decrease, where we're going to see the months of supply decrease and the number of homes decrease, unless we see a large surge of inventory, which we're definitely not anticipating at this point in the year. Next, let's look at the average days on market. This is how long it's taking properties to sell. Over a year ago, it's actually taking properties on average 72.5% longer to sell than it was a year ago. Month over month, we also saw a 2.9% increase in the average days on market. So we went from 67 days on market last month to 69 days on market now through March going into April of 2024. That's more of an average time on market, but it's definitely considerably higher than what we've seen in the past, where we had just a couple weeks as an average. This is important to know as a seller, because when we look at things like average sales price and combine it with days on market, we know that in order to achieve that average sales price, you have to give a property enough time to line up with the right buyer. Now, sometimes that happens immediately, like the West Beach example that I shared earlier, when you got everything in place and you've done your homework right. But sometimes it is going to take a bit longer to allow buyers the chance to come out, take a look, and make sure that you find that right buyer. And same thing if you are a buyer. I wouldn't get comfortable assuming that property is going to be on the market for several months. A lot of these are still selling very, very quickly. Next up, let's look at the market activity. I like to refer to this as the energy in the market. First thing we'll look at is the new listings that are hitting the market. So year over year through the month of March, we saw a decrease of 69.7%. That is huge. That is a monster wave decrease, pummel of activity of new listings coming on the market. That's just a lot fewer, a lot slower rate. It's like a cliff in the number of new homes that we're seeing come on the market. Month over month, we saw a decrease of 22.8%. So that's telling us that currently, right now, this moment in the market, that surge of inventory is definitely not happening that would affect pricing in any kind of negative way. It's actually decreasing and decreasing significantly, which tends to have an upward force on pricing. So that's a number I would keep a very close eye on. The next thing we look at is the pending sales. Pending sales followed right along with the new listings. If you have less homes coming for sale, you have less homes that are available to sell. So we saw a 60.2% decrease year over year in the number of pending sales for the month of March in 2024 going into April. Month over month, we also saw a decrease of 21%, which is pretty substantial. Now, again, going into the spring and summer market and looking at the seasonality of beach real estate, we do expect these numbers to start to climb. But what it's telling us right now is we're not seeing that increase in supply that is going to hold prices down. We're actually seeing the opposite. Last up, we look at closed sales. So the number of closed sales that happen on Oak Island decreased 58.4% through the month of March in 2024 and 18.6% decrease month over month. So again, those are big declines, but they follow right in line with the new listings, the pending sales, follows right in line with that. If you have less homes coming on the market, less homes going under contract, obviously you're going to have less homes selling. So as a seller, what that means is you've got historically high average price, you've got days on market increasing, so maybe a little more inconvenience, but you've got super, super low inventory. That creates a great window if you're an owner thinking of selling. It means you're going to have less competition. It means you're going to have more negotiating power. But likewise, at the same time, if you're a buyer, I'd be keeping an eye on this that right now we've got upward pressure on pricing and upward trends on pricing. So playing the waiting game, right now the way things are looking isn't looking like that's going to save you a lot of money or any money. All right, now I want to take a minute to check out some really cool listings and properties that are for sale right now on Oak Island with my top 3 property picks. So let's dig into these and let's look at some of the properties that I think are either a great deal, just a really awesome property, just something I want to draw your attention to. There's a lot more than just these 3. There's a lot of great properties on the market, so make sure you give me a call, shoot me a text, let me know specifically what you're looking for on the island, and I can deliver your customized list of top property picks. First one on the top property picks, I want to draw your attention to 4208 East Yacht Drive. So this is a intracoastal front property. It's listed at $1,190,000. It's over 2,400 square feet, so you got a good amount of space in this property. A 4-bedroom, 3-bath, listed at $493 a square foot, which is not a bad price for an intracoastal front property that's got a boat lift. It's got a pier on it and everything. It's that intracoastal waterfront living that people dream about on Yacht Drive here on Oak Island. So I'm loving that listing. All right, next up, let's look at 115 Southeast 43rd Street. So this property is listed at $585,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's just a couple houses to the beach, located on 43rd Street. There's direct access right down to the beach. You can see the ocean from the property. Super easy to get down to the beach. It's listed at $432 a square foot, but at that under $600,000 marker, it's getting really, really tough to find properties within the first couple rows of the beach, especially that have an ocean view or partial ocean view under that $600,000 marker. So I'm loving this one for a nice second home or even a cash cow rental property, because you can get premium rents for that location, and that keeps your cost basis relatively low, staying below $600,000. Last but not least, for all you condo shoppers out there, we've got 1000 Caswell Beach Road, unit 1406. That's in the Oak Island Beach Villas condo development. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath property. It's 700 square feet. It gives you killer ocean views. Listed at $524,900. This is about the lowest price that you're going to be able to pay on Oak Island for phenomenal ocean views, really close beach access. I mean, the development's right there on the beach. You got some nice neighborhood amenities in there with community pool. A lot of that maintenance is covered, so if you're looking for a nice condo that you can retreat to for the weekend or a investment property or combo use, these make phenomenal short-term rental properties. This one's been in the rental program for over 15 years, and these are cash cow rental properties. So I love those condos. I love that area. There's a lot of things going for it, and that is a really attractive price to be able to soak in these ocean views and have a property just a couple steps from the beach. Okay, so right now I want you to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, make sure you come down here, check out the Ocean Crest Pier and the cool remodel that they just did. You can't beat the views, can't beat the atmosphere. I'm Brian Inskip with Surf Homes NC. If you need any help on the real estate side of things, I'd love to connect with you, help you explore your options. So make sure you shoot me a text, shoot me an email with the info on the screen or in the comments section. That does it for this market update. I'll be back again next month with another one, and I will see you on the next one.